Hey everybody, it's a me, Gray Blacklight, certified non-supervillain. What is my voice right now? And welcome to a very, very special game, a mod of Mega Man called Starlight, by my buddy SwitchNX. And oh boy, do I like this. What is Starlight, you may ask? Well, unless you're like very specifically in either a specific Discord server, or follow a specific Tumblr blog, this is Transfem Mega Man. Lovely, I know, and we're because yes, she is adorable. Her name is Starlight. Rock star. See what I did there? Yes, I do take credit for this, and I have the Tumblr post to prove it. No, I take credit for the name and nothing else. Like, there's like several other Transfem Mega Man OCs, versions of Mega Man on, but I just happen to be responsible for naming this one. But SwitchNX, who has a YouTube channel, you should check it out. He has a freaking amazing role Megalovania. It's called Tempest. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. And a very good Friday Night Funkin' version of I Can't Defeat Airman called Unbeatable. So, and that's just the music. As you can see, he's very talented in other areas, such as art. Look at this. Sprite art of just girl Mega Man, and I love it. She's adorable. Like, and yeah, just I mean, look at that. The skirt, the hair, wonderful. How has she become girl again before estrogen was added to the series? I don't know. In the words of Dr. Thomas White, that's a good question. I practiced this stage last night specifically because the freaking guts lifts are very annoying. They're very finicky, and that does not go well with the slipperier physics of Mega Man 1. And unfortunately, Starlight is indeed a mod of Mega Man 1. I say unfortunately. Mega Man 1 is still obviously a good game. It's just not a better Mega Man game. First Game Syndrome hits this game hard from every angle. The bosses, the weapons, the controls, the gimmicks. Still, she's good. She can do this. She can stop Dr. Bobby. I am confident. I believe in her. Yeah. I gotta walk in. My nerves do not help. My fingers are twitchy and I jumped too early because Yeah, I think this game just lacks. I'm pretty sure this game just lacks coyote time, which is like a couple of frames after you lose your footing that you can still jump. I'm pretty. I could be wrong about that, but it doesn't feel like there's coyote time to me. Like, can I really hold that against an NES game? I'm not sure I can. I like how when you turn around fast, it looks like the skirt is swaying. Very. The sprite art is just magnificent here. Preciously adorable. Unfortunately, I am not good at this. Like, I will be entirely honest, I am very much someone who prefers the X and the Zero games over the classic games. And that goes doubly so for the first two. To an extent, the first three. I like Mega Man 3, but like, ain't a lot. Has my favorite Robot Master. I freaking love Gemini Man. But, that game is very much not a finished product at the same time, and the special weapons alone prove that. I I don't know how this became a successful franchise after creating Topspin, but then again, I don't know how this became a successful franchise after creating Hyper Bomb. So I guess one bad special weapon isn't the end of the world. Even if it is just absolutely terrible. We'll get into how bad Hyper Bomb is when I actually get it. For now, just know that it's the reason I'm starting with Gutsman and I've never seriously considered starting with Bomb Man. The other reason is that Gutsman is just ideal for doing the weakness order, no backtracking. Like, he's not as easy as Cutman, but like, if you don't do Gutsman stage before Electman stage, you have to do play part of Electman stage again to get the magnet beam. So, not really interested in doing that. Plus, Gutsman is honestly barely more. Like, outside of literally cheating, like, I think Gutsman is mostly easier to defeat with the Buster than the Hyper Bomb anyway. Like, whether, like, a lot of the time it is just RNG if he gets hit by Hyper Bomb or not. And he does take 2 damage from the Star Buster, I guess it would be. Since always terrifying when he jumps left, though, because it's just like, this is probably one of the most hard, like, I don't know. It's definitely not the least RNG heavy fight in the game. But yeah, now I've gotten past the Guts lift, So I can... Alright, I have an extra. I'm not gonna... I will genuinely just... I would genuinely rather grind Mets than try to deal with the Guts Slips. Those are so annoying. Like, if you can get into a rhythm, his attacks aren't that hard to dodge, but, like... It's definitely easier to brute force if you have a full health bar. Which is a bit ironic, considering he's supposed to be, like, the raw muscle, the one who brute forces you. But, well, metaphorical muscle, I guess. Whatever. Cutman next. Kung, Cutman, Kung. Then, like... Anyway, I guess... And of course, Starlight is also... And, like, the pun on Starlight, but also is. And then you get the pun for... And then there's another pun, because it keeps the pun with rock and roll as starring role. I'm very... I'm very proud of this name. And I'm glad Switch liked the concept so much that he made an entire Tumblr blog. And then a game. Kind of. A hack. Just... incredible. As you can... Like... Is it weird that... Like, Cutman stage is, like, mostly climbing up? Like... I don't quite understand why that is. I mean, if you want something really weird about Cutman, like... So you probably know that Cutman is weak to the Buster because Japanese it's Rockman and Cutman is obviously Scissors. That's the joke, and it's also a hint that you should start with Cutman. See how you... Because, yeah, this is the easiest stage in the game. I mean, you should if you don't want to backtrack anyway, but I'm fine with a bit of it. But I'm fine with a slightly more difficult time in Gutsman's stage, and that means not backtracking through the first half of Electman's stage. So, what was I saying? Right. The weird thing is that there's a lot of games where, like a lot of the games where Cutman comes back in, he's not weak to the Buster. First, like, they just take that out of a lot of the games he's in. I'm pretty sure in Wily Wars, he takes 1 damage from the Buster, and the Gutsman still takes 2. Which is both really... Which is like, really stupid on, like, a meta level. Like, not just a meta level, but also kind of a gameplay level, because that's... Like, you're supposed to be able to logic through what Robot Master is weak to what, right? Like... That's like the thing. You cut Electman's wires, you throw rocks at Cutman with either the Buster or Gutsman's weapon. Fireman won't say it tickles when he's frozen with icicles. Kind of just ties into a pet peeve of mine that later Mega Man games would just really just be very extremely stingy with like secondary weaknesses, especially for the main 8 Robot Masters, which is really annoying because, which is kind of like, it's lame because like that's an element of strategy being actively removed by the developers in many cases. Like that's routing option. Like if Cutman isn't weak to Buster and Gutsman is, that's like taking away one of the main reasons you would route Cutman first instead of Gutsman. And then in Mega Man World 1, it's just you might as well start with Elecman or something. Because Cutman's stage is really hard, and he's not weak to your Buster, and his weapon is not as good as any of the others in the first 4 in that game. Mega Man World, the entire Mega Man World series is a weird topic, but Mega Man World 1 especially is just very baffling in a lot of senses. Of how to handle like the boss weaknesses. Like, especially with removing Buster weaknesses in general. That's not something unique to Wily Wars by any or World. I mean, Wily Wars also removes several Buster weaknesses. I don't like when they. There's an issue with Buster weaknesses in general as well, which is especially which isn't as big of a deal in like Mega Man 4 or 5 where there's a really strong charge shot. But like Mega Man 10, I don't think there is a boss that's weak to the Buster. I think Mega Man 9 it was just Splash Woman because she spends so much. They gave her a couple of secondary weaknesses because she spends so much time in it, like way up out of reach, which is fair. That's good game design there, you know? Like, there's purpose to that. Another reason Splash Woman is just one of the greatest robot masters ever. As if she needed more. Like, God, I am a lot more tired than I thought I was. I thought an entire bottle of Mountain Dew would be enough caffeine for me to not have any trouble with this, but I guess not. Yep. Maybe I'll like pause the recording after this stage and grab another one. That might make sense. I don't know. You know, I could probably afford to use the Super Arm several times in this stage, just to save time. Yeah, like, it's... Like, the Super Arm requiring an entire second ammo source, kinda makes conserving its weapon energy fairly irrelevant, because you kind of just have to put up with that and not have being able to use it very often anyways. Not the greatest weapon, but it has decent utility, so just as the thing you break these blocks with. I mean, you can do it with the Plunder Beam, but then again, that would be backtracking to a Luckman stage. Like, I don't have all the. I don't really want to do that. So instead, I shall see how I do against Cutman. I do have extra lives. Okay, I'm not gonna use the Guts Man weapon yet because today I learned that the blocks do not respawn when you die. Like, what? I do not know why. But it's a very annoying thing in the fortress boss that's against the bubble fortress boss. Alright. Anyway, I'll end up showing it off now by being an idiot. No, we're just gonna bust her, yeah. I also do not like how bosses can hit you after you've beaten them in this game. That's definitely not a point in this game's favor. But that has nothing to do. Obviously, that has nothing to do with the mod. The mod is great. Like, Star is adorable, very consistently so. She is just the greatest. And I love her. But, like, what? God. Mega Man 1 is not a game I would play very often without a very good reason like this mod. Like, if I want to play a Mega Man game with bad first game syndrome, it's probably Mega Man 01. Because at least that game has tight controls. Like, Zero controls like a dream. I guess if I want some interesting trivia about Electman, I think at one point, at least during his development, he was the favorite of the developers as a whole, and that's apparently why his weapon can break the blocks, because obviously there's no logical reason you would expect Electman's weapon to break bricks. It's usually not brick houses that end up being completely obliterated by lightning strikes, at least not as far as I know. I don't know, maybe I don't know as much about electricity as I think I do. Which would be a bit embarrassing, considering electricity is like one of my two favorite elements, but I mean, to be fair, the logic in this game for man being beat to Cutman is a little bit backwards if you think about it from actually cutting electrical wires with scissors as a human being, but I guess if you threw the scissors at the electrical wires, you wouldn't electrocute yourself to death. Oh, cool. Extra life. Good. Very good. I am also very much a fan of the fact that man's weapon can kill these weapons. Which I'm pretty sure, yeah, Lickman's weapon can also do that, even though that's apparently Cutman's thing, at least according to that, new Retrox guidebook coming out. That, like, they really did just make Electric Beam the best weapon in the game. Like, on purpose. I think it seems like, but anyway. I should probably be a little more careful about my weapon energy here. I don't want to end up fighting a Lickman without scissors. That would be not fun. A Lickman is not the easiest boss in this game. I mean, obviously not, that's Cutman, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I guess I didn't bring up any trivia about Gutsman. Apparently, he has a very recognizable. His butt is extremely recognizable according to the cartoon, which, I mean, fair enough, I suppose. Ruby Spears is a beautiful mess. Anyway. Alright. It feels so weird changing weapon and falling off the ladder in this game, because that's obviously not something that ever happens anywhere else in the series. As far as I remember. First game syndrome indeed. Might be a bit of an understatement. Speaking of understatements, there's me dead. Gosh. Alright, I'm going to, Gosh, I really suck at this. Another very first game syndrome thing here is, the, enemies in boss corridors. Or, obstacles in this case, which is worse because you can't grind them for extra ammo or health to get hit. No, I suck at the boss trick. I tried to cheat, and I cheated so bad I accidentally won semi-legitimately. God. Alright, I'm gonna alright, let's take 5 here. Alright, back. Let's go. To Ice Mania. Freaking Pog, man. Like, what is this? I have questions as to why the trees in the background are frozen. Palm trees, specifically. I thought Iceman was an Arctic robot. Did he actually just freeze an entire beach. At the lore here. Anyway, I'm not jumping there. Like, I know there's a funny glitch, but I'm trying to be in a reason. So, the Iceman glitch is a very interesting, thing, I guess. Hard to exactly describe, but it's kind of the, I don't know exactly how it works, but if you jump in, go to the highest point in the screen, in Iceman stage, and jump off screen above, uh, funny stuff happens. Like, I think that's it. Yes, this is it. Like, you can jump up to from there, I believe, and then you'll get some very unintended results, including but not limited to ice physics being applied to everything, uh, or being amplified. I beating Iceman stage instantly and ruining whatever stage you go into next. Spawning a very bugged out version of the Yellow Devil, or just crashing the game. One of those is a lot more likely than the others. Also, kind of drastically increasing the chance of this game causing epilepsy or whatever, because the palette could be ruined and just cause it to display some eye-hurting stuff. I'm an idiot, hold on. I have a magnet beam. I don't have to put up with this. That doesn't make me less. That further proves the point that I'm an idiot. Star. Anyway, the Iceman glitch, yes. I don't know how it works, but I do have a theory based entirely on just the like a a glitch that behaves similarly. This similarly in Earthbound, known as the free tent glitch. So how that glitch works is that the map of Earthbound is funny, and the Freed is on the very, very, very edge of it. And there's specifically, where the Freed tent is on, the inside of the Freed tent is on the very, very edge of it. And if you go to the right corner, to a corner in the right, you can interact outside the map of the entire game and basically trigger junk data, force the game to execute code it was designed for. And that has the effect a very wide variety of effects. Most like similarly various and unpredictable. So I assume that a very similar thing is happening here. You're going out like that at the top Iceman stage is just the edge of the world, and you're jumping into junk data. And that's why the game freaks out, because it's executing code that was never meant to be executed. But that is just wild speculation. That is just speculation on my part. I'm not I haven't looked at the code of Mega Man. Man or whatever. So like, take that with a grain of salt. It just seems the most likely explanation with my limited understanding of coding and games as in general. So probably should prioritize the magna beam there. That's on me. Speaking of things to prioritize, yes, I wish I. You know, like, whatever. Um, Good news, I can grind here. I think, so long as I'm not like very. At least I think I can. I should be able to, right? Like, I'm not insane, am I? I'm insane. Okay. Great. Uh. Alright, I got it right that time. Oh gosh. You know, might as well discuss how stupid the score system is in this game. Like, not just in the fact that it's pointless, because it's obviously pointless, like most score systems are, but it's also just incredible how poorly designed it is. Like, for one thing, the score balls, like, they're just random pickups to increase your score. So, like, immediately that's a hit to any, like, skill expression there. Like, you can, and there's no timer, so you can just grind enemies for infinite score if you wanted to do that. You obviously don't, and eventually it would just loop back around anyway, so who cares? Like, it's an integer overflow would just happen. So there is a maximum score. But also, like, at the beginning of each stage, like, you see the score for the stage determined. That is just random, too. That is also just random. Every stage, you open it, and the amount of points you get from it is literally just determined with RNG then and there. So again, skill is not happening there. And then the game also loops back around, so you could just replay the game immediately after beating it the first time to get more score. Okay, again, infinitely. So even if you restricted yourself, no grinding for score rule or something, that would still just the score balls alone and the random score the level score would just render it useless. It's just there's no skill involved, really. Not really, like not effectively, functionally. Like it's too random to ever be like used to compete with your friends. So like yeah, no wonder that never came back. Like Mighty Number 9 got like dunked on for including a scoring system. I haven't played a Mighty Number 9, but if the score system works well in that game, like I don't see the harm. Like as long like there is the question of whether the harm like even in this game, it's not like the worst thing ever. It's just annoying when you get a score ball instead of something like a light bulb you could actually use. But like it's not a game killer. I don't know. Like the funny thing is, like there'd be ranking systems in like certain X games that and I think those are basically just what the score system in this game could like wished it could be. The Zero games especially, I like the scoring system. I like this. I like the scoring system in those games, even if they're not nearly good enough to like reliably get done without like cheating or something. Like I'm not like they have a cool scoring system that would be like that. Like I kind of wish was just kept for in Megaman ZX and Advent instead of the medals Advent has. God, I hate Advents and medals. Like they don't sound as bad on. I'm not gonna bother trying to explain them in this video because they don't sound as bad as they are on paper. You kind of need like a visual aid to understand just how egregious some of them are. That or just to play the game yourself and understand that most of the transformations you would have to use to get all the medals just aren't fun to play as. Because like a bunch of those medals require playing as specific transformations. And the Advent is very hit or miss with its transformations. Like, most of its best transformations are gutted versions of the ones in ZX. Which is, yeah, not great. I should really just be better at remembering I can use Magnet Beam. How the Zero ranking system works is that there's, like, different categories of points to a max of 100. So, and then there's titles for if you are even cool, if you do specific things. And then your rank gets carried over between gets averaged out between levels. And that's like a very fun system that I just that very does a much better job of encouraging you to get better than anything than any regular scoring system would. I also forgot that I had a luck beam. I am just great at forgetting that I have these awesome tools at my disposal. Especially when I'm talking. Like, normally I've made, like, I'd say I'm pretty good at remembering to use special weapons and not just default to Buster all the time. That is something I try to do, to give all the weapons a fair shake. Like, but I guess talking while playing does kind of make it harder to remember to switch weapons. Well, so that's the trash disposal, the incinerator, that robot. Flames of Justice Extinguished or whatever. I don't really like powered up writing. I freaking despise it, but that's enough. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, I guess it's relevant-ish since I'm playing Starlight, but like at the same time. Bomb Man stage, not my favorite. I'd say it's probably the hardest of the original 6, mainly because a lot of mainly because there's a lot of spikes, which are way worse in this game because iframes don't protect you from them. And Sniper Joes. I hate Sniper Joes. All my homies hate Sniper Joes. That's not true. I am true at all. Like Joe Squadron exists. That AU does very much exist. Like, my homies are not Proto Man. But gosh, do I hate fighting them. Especially in this game, where you can't slide. Anyway, I'm pretty sure if I freeze you and then run off screen, that prevents more from spawning. Because fortunately, this game was programmed with duct tape. I thank you, Game Champ, for teaching me that. Fitting that she would be relevant to my playthrough of of Starlight. Bomb. Why do Bomb Man's bombs explode on impact and not mine? That's the real question. Like, what developer decided to create a new create a different, like, behavior for, like, those are, like, for the hyper bomb, just for when Star uses it. To make it worse. there are a lot of confusing decisions in this game, and I guess a lot of them just come down to the fact that it was made in, like, well, a few days. And it's an early, like, not a few days, but, like, in a short amount of time, and it's an early NES game. Especially the early NES game part. I mean, like, you ever go, like, see that, like, that comic about the dev history of this game? Uh, apparently, star blinking was a very big deal because it meant 2 entire Robot Master stages had to be cut. I mean, for it, like, just to express herself like this. What an incredibly lifelike character. It's incredible how human this robot is, and I'm glad that the Super Smash Bros. Portrayal of this character reflects that. What do you mean she doesn't blink in Smash? Sakurai, what are you... Oh, gosh. So many. It's just one of the... Truly one of the games of all time we are playing here. But yeah, like, Sniper Joes are basically the main reason I play this stage last. Just to have more options to not deal with them. There's... a lot of annoying enemies in this game, but, like, Sniper Joes in particular are just not, like, even a fun challenge. Like, they aren't the RNG bots at the end of every stage. Like, the jumpers, like, those... Like, I don't know why those things are so fast while having so much health that that it is literally RNG whether you get past them without getting hit or not. I mean, I guess one neat thing is a bit of lore that was added in ZX Advent. Again, the second time I bought that game, I do like that game. I just want to make that clear. It's just 100%ing it that's a pain. Like, both in terms of the medals and in terms of the hard mode. But, like, it's still very much a part of the Zero series, which means it controls really well, and it's generally got some. And once you unlock Model ZX, you're very much you can very much have a lot of fun with the boss fights. But anyway, the Zero series in the Zero and ZX series in general have very fun, are very, like, as far as like the lore department goes, they're probably like the most consistently good. Good, like, story wise, like obviously, like, ZX and Advent are quite as up there with the Zero games on the GBA, but at the same time, the Zero series on the GBA was a lot more reliant on supplementary materials for specific things. So, like, the origins of the Guardians, or most of the antagonists, are barely explored in the games themselves, which is kind of the only real easily the biggest detriment to those games' plots. But like, in terms of like the overall series lore, I very much like what they did in multiple areas. ZX Advent has a side quest involving an archaeologist, and one of the artifacts you can find is the health pickup from these games, which is confirmed to be a light bulb, which restores Star's health because she's solar powered. She uses them for energy, for like an energy boost. And it's very specifically the ones from this game, weirdly enough, but it also some sense. It also does kind of make sense because, like, obviously we find out later that not all robots are solar powered. And it's also just weird that all these robots can just randomly drop light bulbs specifically. Like, it's also evidence that powered up Oil Man isn't really can't hurt you because, like, he can pick up the health pickups, which are light bulbs, and yet heals from them, even though he's not powered by solar. Oil Man is powered by, take a wild guess. Yeah, I don't. Okay, maybe I should just use the magnet beam for the spikes. That's probably what I should be doing. That would be intelligent of me. Hold on. We'll go for the spikes after that, but we're gonna cross on for now. Be very scared by the fact that I have 0 health, or lives, and really wish I was more successful in getting that extra life. Alright, kill this thing. Get basically nothing from it. This is just... Alright, now... And now now baby strats, because I know that isn't 100% consistent thanks to game jam. Oh gosh. Alright. Alright. Firestorm, baby! There we go. Honor be damned. That's always satisfying. Alright, I'm gonna cut it off here. We're gonna do this. Next time, we're gonna do the Wowie stages. Which. They have one lowercase r for Dr. Wily specifically, which is very funny. Like every other letter is all every other name is all caps. Why? But the final boss, no, he gets his title spelled properly, not his name. Like capitalized properly. I mean, it's obviously all spelled properly. Be pretty embarrassing if they misspelled the main villain's name. A villain, a major character's name. Like, like, but that's anyway. I'm just wondering now. Next time we